Hello everyone. The next chapter is chapter number 3, that is single phase transformer. So what is a transformer? So a transformer is a static device, that is it does not have any moving parts. So transformer is a static device which consists of two or more stationary electrical circuits interlinked by a common magnetic circuit for the purpose of transferring electrical energy between them. So basically the transformer does not have any moving parts, so it is called as a static device which transfers the voltage from one circuit to another electrical circuit with the medium of magnetic flux. So the transfer of energy from one circuit to another takes place without change in frequency. So if it is a from primary circuit, there are two windings, that is primary and the secondary. So in primary circuit, if there is a 50 hertz frequency, so the transformer is a device which transfers the electrical energy through medium of magnetic field and without changing a frequency. So it can change the magnitude, that is, it can change the value from one value to another value, but does not change the frequency. So this is the arrangement of simple transformer. So it consists of magnetize the this is a primary winding, that is a coil wound on the one side of the core, and this is a secondary winding where the coil wound on the second side of the core. So if we supply the voltage or if we give the voltage to this primary side of the voltage, then as it is a closed path, so current starts flowing in this winding. So as we know that if current flowing through the winding it changes, or in any current carrying conductors it exhibits or it surrounds the magnetic flux. So it creates a magnetic flux which is varying because this single phase voltage is alternating, so it changes its magnitude time to time. So the flux is uh, so the flux generated by this current is flowing through this magnetic core. So this primary flux is links with this secondary side of the winding and generates an EMF or induce an EMF E2. And if there is a load connected to the secondary side, that is this secondary side is closed path, then there will be the current flowing through this load. So that's why it gives the electrical power to the primary side, changes to its that electrical power changes into magnetic power, and that magnetic power again linked with the secondary side circuit and generates or induce electrical power without changing a frequency. So it consists of two windings, primary and secondary, wound on a common laminated magnetic core. So the winding connected to the AC source is called the primary winding, that is this winding, and the one connected to the load is called as a secondary winding, that is this. So these two windings are insulated from each other and there is no electrical connection between them. There is a no direct contact of electrical between the primary circuit and the secondary circuit. So let N1 and N2 be the number of turns in primary winding and secondary windings. So in these diagrams, this number of turns, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this diagram, there is a 6 number of turns in primary winding, and also same number of windings present in this diagram is that we called as a N2 in secondary winding. So N1 is number of turns in primary winding and N2 is number of turns in secondary winding. So the alternating voltage V1 whose magnitude is to be changed is applied to the primary winding or primary side. So depending upon the number of turns of the primary, that is N1, and secondary N2, and alternating EMF E2 is induced in the secondary. So this induced EMF in the secondary, that is E2, causes a secondary load current. So consequently, terminal voltage V2 will appear across the load. So when will be this V2 greater than V1, that is secondary voltage greater than V1, if it is called as a step-up transformer. So in step-up transformer, number of turns in secondary side is more than the number of turns in primary side. So let us say if N1 is equal to 5 number of turns and N2 is equal to 10 number of turns, so it will step up the voltage, that is change the level of voltage. That is V2 is greater than V1. So that type of transformer where the number of secondary turns, that is N2 is greater than N1, that type of transformer is called as a step-up transformer. And if V2 less than V1, when it is happen, when the number of turns in secondary side, that is N2 is less than N1. Suppose if number of turns in primary side, that is N1 is 10 and N2 is 5. So it gives the less number of voltage on secondary side. So that type of transformer where the number of turns, that is N2 is less than N1, that type of transformer we call as a step down transformer because it lower the voltage level. So what is next is operating principle. So when an alternating voltage V1 is applied to the primary side, a current flows through it because the primary circuit is closed. So since primary winding leaves iron core, the current flowing through the winding produces alternating flux phi in the core. The flux is alternating, that is, it changes its value time to time and links with the secondary winding also. So induces an EMF in the secondary winding. So the frequency of induced EMF in the secondary winding is same as that of the flux or that of the supply voltage given to the primary. The induced EMF in the secondary winding enables it to deliver current to the external load if the load is connected across the secondary winding. Thus, the energy is transformed from primary winding to the secondary winding by means of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction without any change in frequency. The flux phi of iron core links not only with the secondary winding but also with the primary winding. So produces self-induced EMF in the primary winding. That is, this flux phi is linked with secondary winding but also links within primary number of turns. So it induces self-induced EMF E1. In primary one. So this alternating flux links both the windings and induces EMF E1 and E2 in them. So the EMF E1 is termed as a primary EMF and EMF E2 is termed as a secondary EMF. So this induced EMF in the primary winding opposes the applied voltage and therefore sometimes it is known as a back EMF of the primary. In fact, the induced EMF in the primary winding limits the primary current in much the same way that the back EMF in the DC motor limits the armature current. So next topic is transformer on DC. So what will happen if we give the DC supply in primary instead of AC supply? So what will happen? Let's see. A transformer cannot operate on DC supply supply and never be connected to the DC source. Why? Because if rated DC voltage is applied to the primary of a transformer, flux produced in the transformer core will not vary but remains constant. That in AC waveform, in AC supply, the flux, that is voltage waveform, is changing time to time. But in DC waveform, DC supply, the magnitude is constant. That magnitude does not change with respect to time. So the DC voltage, if the rated DC voltage is applied to the primary of a transformer, the flux produced in the transformer core will not vary but remains constant in magnitude, and therefore no EMF will be induced in the secondary winding except at the moment of switching. Because uh, for generation of EMF, there will be the two conditions. There will be only one condition, that is either uh, conductor is moving and flux is constant, or conductor is stationary or flux is varying. But in this case, the magnitude, that is DC supply, is constant in magnitude, that is the flux rate is a constant, and the conductor is wound on the primary side, wound on the transformer core is also not moving. So both are in steady position. So does not fulfill the law of electromagnetic. So as thus the transformer is not capable of raising or lowering the DC voltage, also there will be the no self-induced EMF in the primary winding, which is only possible with varying flux linkage to oppose the applied voltage. And the resistance of primary winding is quite low, therefore heavy current will flow through the primary winding, which may result in the burning of out of the primary winding. So this is the reason that DC is never applied to a transformer. So in next lecture we will study the ideal. Thank you.